Hello everyone, and welcome back to the set here in the Central Florida Aerospace Academy. I'm Ben Coleman, your anchor host for the Florida Aviation Network. 50th Annual Sun and Fun International Expo and Fly-In. And it is truly a fly-in. Some of the old timers say, it's not like it used to be. No, it's not like it used to be. In some ways, it's a lot better. In most ways, it's a lot better. If you want to fly in, you can still do it. And usually, if you don't fly in, you drive in, and you have to stay somewhere other than your car. Done that before too, back in the early days. But if you stay somewhere, you usually go to a hotel, and we want to thank you for coming and staying in a hotel. Particularly our next guest, Justin LaFerriere. Pronunciation?
Close enough, Ben. We'll take it.
Okay.
We'll take it. I've heard worse.
Justin, you're with the Visit Central Florida.
Yes, sir.
And Justin, we go way back. I can kind of play like I don't know anything about him, but you've been in that position for 15, 16?
Yeah, 17 years.
17
May will be 17 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Visit Central Florida. A lot of folks may not know exactly what that means, and I didn't until I met you and realized just what goes on in the background and the impact that you guys have in our beautiful subtropical environment called Central Florida.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit more about what's going on with Visit Central Florida.
Yeah, so Visit Central Florida technically is the destination marketing organization for Central Florida or Polk County. So we cover the 2,000 square mile county that is Polk. Oftentimes confused with Orlando and Tampa and all that good stuff, but that is outside of our purview. So we promote solely Polk County and try to get, like you said, visitors to come in, whether it be through sports and special events, a special event like Sun and Fun, or through leisure travel to stay in our hotels, stay in our short-term accommodations, including hotels, vacation rental homes, bed and breakfast, which still exists, believe it or not, RVs and campgrounds, and unfortunately, those people that stay in their cars don't have to pay bed tax. So hopefully, not too many of them are staying in their cars.
Yeah, but they get bad necks too.
That's right. Yeah, they'll help our economy in other ways, seeing our doctors, right?
Oh man. But Justin, you have been a mainstay here at Sun and Fun for a long time, and and you remember, let's see, you would remember Billy Henderson.
I don't. That goes back before me.
You would have been coming in about the time he was going out.
Yeah, probably. Yep.
But Billy, he and Adair and his staff volunteers made a big swath here at the airport.
Okay.
And you ever heard of a fellow called Gene Conrad?
Oh yeah, love Gene. He's a good guy.
That was a setup. I set you up on
I
that. Okay, but tell us a little bit more about how the relationship with not only the Lakeland Regional, now International Airport, has transitioned from who used to run that, now runs this show.
Gene, like you said, used to run the Lakeland Linder International Airport. Ever since he came into Lakeland as the airport director, I mean, that was over a decade ago now, when he was in that role, he's understood the value of the partnership with Visit Central Florida. Because, like I mentioned, it's our responsibility to get people here, or to get those individuals that are here to stay longer and spend more money while they're here. And obviously, an airport plays a huge part in that. In terms of moving bodies around from one destination to another. And now with Gene, as he's transitioned into his role here with the Aerospace Expo as the president, he even more so understands the value of that partnership and promoting the wonderful event that is the International Expo and Fly-In. Being that it's 50 years, it's a huge year. We entered into a partnership very early on with Gene and his team this year to ensure that we didn't lose this potentially once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for many of us to promote this key milestone for the International Expo and Fly-In, that is the 50th anniversary. So we've been working closely with Gene and Melissa and the rest of his team over the last few months to ensure that we're marketing the heck out of this event to get some people here for this entire week so they can enjoy this Florida sunshine.
And this isn't all about Gene. We'll be talking with him later on.
Yep.
And actually, at the end of the week,
Okay.
We'll have a tie-in just before he goes for his beer and his little swimmy in his pool. But Gene's the first to admit, and it's not just Gene. It wasn't just Billy. It's the team that you have working with you.
Absolutely.
And we just mentioned you're kind of what I would consider a small group in a government.
Yep.
A small group, but it's one county.
Yes.
And but you have your finger on some marketing tips and things that you guys do to pull folks into Polk County.
Yeah.
Who are your marketing folks? Do you do it all on your own?
So we have an agency of record, what we call basically an advertising agency that we work hand in glove with to ensure that the message being sent to our target markets externally is what we want it to be. We don't have the bandwidth to creatively put together all of our print ads or our out-of-home like billboards or things like that, our digital ads, paid social, whatever you want to, whatever buzzwords you want to use from a marketing standpoint. Being that we are only 30 strong, we are a strong team. We're a close-knit team. We're a well-ingrained team. I mean, myself, I'm the youngest tenured manager at 17 years. The other 3 managers have been there 20 plus. Our director's been there over 40. So we're a well-ingrained team. So we know what we're doing. We think we do anyway. And if we don't, we fake it till we make it. But we work pretty closely, like I said, with an advertising agency to make sure that the proper message is out to the right audience at the right time to maximize our impact in terms of getting individuals here to Polk County.
Well, I'll tell you, I met Mark Jackson.
Yep.
And
my boss.
We met actually at Gary's Oyster Bar.
Oh boy.
And we didn't know each other, and
okay.
And he didn't even have a shirt on. I didn't have this shirt on. We just started up a conversation, and one thing led to another about airplanes and this, and that, and the other, and we really enjoyed just chat. And it's easy to see how your organization, with that type of personality, the persona, just good folks, earnest folks, and the best form of advertising, and I've said this before here on this show, word of mouth.
Absolutely.
Word of mouth. And that's when people talk about, if you want to go someplace, go to Central Florida.
Absolutely.
And Polk County has a lot to offer that people don't realize.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. I oversee our visitor services, so I get the opportunity to run our flagship Welcome Center out in Davenport at I-427. I get the opportunity to run the Welcome Center here on site for the International Flying and Expo the entire week. So my daily activity is literally talking to people, and these individuals are here, whether it be to see little Johnny and little Susie play on a sporting event, or they're here on vacation, so they're generally happy. We get to meet people from all over the world. But we know through our research that over 50% of our visitors, one of the main reasons they're coming here is to visit their friends and family. So we do a really good job, at least I believe so, from a visitor services standpoint, to create local brand ambassadors of our residents. So that way, when those friends and family are coming into market, they stay in Polk County, they visit our restaurants, they go to our attractions, and we're keeping that money here, that economic impact here in Polk County. So it betters the quality of life for our residents as well throughout the entire year.
Justin, I'm going to bring up something that's usually just a taboo thing to do.
Okay.
And this also makes Obie too kind of frown a little bit. Oh no, what's he going to do now?
I can see him back there through the
lights. You see the wrinkle on the forehead? Quality control.
Okay.
Because it's so important that when you offer a service, that you follow through with it and give good service.
Absolutely.
How do you guys manage the ones that don't happen to come through with those stellar comments?
That's a great question, Ben. That is a very good question. Thankfully, we don't get that too often.
Yeah.
But obviously, being in the people business that we are, you're not going to be able to please everybody.
Not all the time.
You just can't.
No.
You'll run yourself ragged, or you're be like Obie with all the wrinkles all day.
And gray hair.
Yeah. I've got a lot more of it since the last time you saw me. But my team and I, we strive every day in and day out, to make sure that we do the best we can to take care of every single person that walks through our door, Our marketing team does the same thing from a marketing standpoint because, of course, with social media platforms, we engage with individuals on those platforms as well. And I've empowered my team, at least with boots on the ground, to go the extra mile to ensure that when those visitors leave our purview, walk out of our doors or leave our presence, whether, if we're at a sports and special event, that they leave with the best possible experience that they could have, and if there's something that we can do, we're going to find a way to do it in order to make sure that they're, my boss, tongue in cheek, my boss likes to say that if it's morally or ethically sound, we're going to do it. We're going to make sure we take care of our people in any way possible. I challenge my team all the time to think outside the box, just because there may only be one answer to a question, or what you think is only one answer to a question. There's probably 150 different other answers to that question. You just have to think differently, and that's what we really strive for is think differently. If there's a way to do it, we're going to make it happen.
Well, and again, I like to think of myself as a contributor because if I go out to a restaurant or if I'm in a hotel, I don't typically stay in hotels in the Polk area, but if I see something that's just not quite right,
say it.
I say something.
Absolutely.
And
I want that.
We are our own quality control for folks that care.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys have a team. If you need a deputy,
I know who to call.
Call me.
I'll call you.
Because what is it? There's a show about tasting a food critic where they go around and they go visit different restaurants and help me here. I'm searching
the only one I can think of is Restaurant Impossible, but that's not it.
One of those things.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
I'm here supporting the Visit Central Florida, and I'm going to check the quality of your catfish.
There you go.
And so I would love. We need to do that. We could start something going on here.
We've got you. That's a perfect segue, Ben. Not to deviate from the critic side of things, but we have a massive culinary campaign that we're undertaking for this year in Polk County called Rooted in Flavor, where we're really taking a deep dive into the inventory of our culinary assets here in Polk County, trying to marry up our local farmers with our local restaurants to ensure that there's that farm to fork initiative is taking hold in Polk County and really helping out those farmers that we have, getting that product from seed to harvest to the plate. And it's really paid dividends. It's a tall task, it's a heavy lift, whatever cliche you want to put on it, in order to do that. But we've seen real progress, and
what is this called?
The campaign is called Rooted in Flavor.
Rooted in Flavor.
Yeah, and that's the campaign that we're taking, is taking the marketing side of things, but we're really just promoting the culinary assets that we have. We've got fantastic restaurants here in Lakeland, like 1961 downtown, which is actually catering at the 927 Club all week. We've got Fresco's, which is out at the Island all week. Burger 21, Fuzzy's Taco, both on site here all week as well. So we've got some great local restaurants that visitors here to Sun and Fun have the opportunity to check out while they're on site during the week, but also throughout the entire year. So.
Well, I still love going to the Mirror.
Yeah.
Lake Mirror, the hotel, the Terrace.
Oh yeah, the Terrace.
That's nice.
Have you been there since they've done the renovation?
No.
Oh, beautiful.
Really?
They redid the entire restaurant, the Terrace Grill, with a whole new menu. It's fantastic.
Well, it was good to begin with.
It's arguably even better.
Okay, I gotta go.
You gotta go for sure.
What else can we do to help? I know you do so much to help others. What can we do to help you?
To be honest, Ben, I think the biggest thing is what you've already mentioned. It's word of mouth.
Okay.
Experience what Polk County has to offer, and then tell your friends and family about it. That's the biggest thing.
Well, and there's I'm trying to think some of the natural resources that we have here.
Yeah, I mean, we have 555 lakes in this county. There's the Channel Lakes in Winter Haven, which is over 20 interconnected lakes, lakes interconnected with canals. So you can get out there on a boat, paddleboard, a kayak, a jet ski, whatever you want. Where there's companies over in Winter Haven where you can rent all that and just get out on the water, have fun. There's a great pontoon boat cruise over there in Winter Haven as well.
And I love to go to Cypress Gardens. Oh wait,
Not,
Uh-oh. Did I expose my age here?
yeah, maybe, because they haven't been around since 2008, I think.
No, but Cypress Gardens has been plugged in with a new venue.
Absolutely. Yeah, Legoland Florida Resort is home to. The original 30 acres are still within Legoland Florida Resort. Recently, if you remember the canal boats that went through the gardens, they recently reopened those boats. It's called the Pirate River Quest, so it's Lego themed, but it still gives you, for those of us that had the opportunity to see the old Cypress Gardens and partake in those activities, it still gives you that nostalgic feel to be able to go through the gardens and see the banyan tree, see the Florida pool.
I was just going to ask you about the Florida pool.
It's there, still there.
With the, I just remember the mental picture of the ladies in their
Southern
sun
Belle.
umbrellas, the Southern Bells,
The Southern
around
Bells.
the pool.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, it's still there. So now you can see it when you do the Pirate River cruise. They cleaned it up and made sure it looked nice, obviously. But
Good.
yeah, Legoland's doing very well out there, though. They're expanding every year. They're actually later this year opening up the. There's Legoland right there.
There we go.
Right on cue. They're actually opening up Polk County's first aquarium later this year. It'll be a sea life aquarium.
No idea.
Right there at the entrance to Legoland, Florida. So they'll actually have the Legoland theme park, Sea Life Aquarium, and Peppa Pig theme park, which is the only Peppa Pig theme park in the entire world.
Justin, you're just a wealth of knowledge.
I could been doing it for 17 years. I can talk about it.
And that's your bailiwick. I
Yeah.
mean, really, it's what you're plugged in to do.
Absolutely.
What a great job.
I enjoy it. I enjoy
Well,
it.
it's not a job.
No, it's a passion.
Yeah.
It's a passion now for sure.
But what else are you guys doing here?
Yep.
This 50th.
So on site, we've got the Welcome Center right at the corner of Tom, Mack, and Laird, directly across from Hangar A. So come on by and see us. We've got free orange juice samples like we do most years from a local grove right here in Polk County, freshly squeezed orange juice. New this year, we've got one of our local coffee roasters is out with us in our building, Haven Coffee out of Winter Haven. We'll be on site throughout the week. Big thing about them, they just won the Golden Bean World Series, which is a global event for coffee roasters. They won the whole thing.
Wow.
Went to Australia and won it, beat everybody else in the entire world as the best coffee roaster in the entire world. So you have to come by and get a cup.
Get a shot.
Yeah. You can come by and get it. You know me, so I'll hook you up.
Oh man, now I gotta get, well, see, that's it. We're in the interview.
Nice. Can we cut? No. But we've got a bunch of cool promos this year as well for the 50th anniversary. We're doing a new thing where our visitors can come by and they can fill out a 50th anniversary postcard. We'll take that for you. We'll post it. We'll mail it back to whoever you want it mailed to. We've got commemorative 50th anniversary patches for our pilot friends that love patches. We've got.
Where do they get them?
Right at our Welcome Center.
Okay.
Come by and see us at the Welcome Center. We've got them.
Justin, believe it or not, I used to chase a little white ball around, with the old,
Yeah.
They,
Yeah.
Are there any golf courses here?
There's a few. There's quite a few, yeah. I mean, Stream Song Resort is probably the most well-known.
Stream.
That's not quite in Lakeland. It's south of Lakeland down in, it's technically in Bowling Green, but it's right at the county line at the south end. There you go. Right on cue again. Man, this, your team behind the scenes is on it.
On it.
But Stream Song has got 3 of the top-rated courses in the entire country. They actually just opened a 4th course out there, but it's a shorter course, par 3 course, but they're beautiful courses out there.
I'm going to share something with you that you probably didn't know.
Try me.
You know the name Ron Garl?
I don't.
Ron Garl is a golf course designer.
Okay.
Lives on Lake Gibson. Good friend of mine, fellow QB. But Ron Garl Golf Course Design, he goes all over the world.
Yeah.
Designing golf courses. Maybe I could hook you guys up and get
possibly.
Ron to do some of his magic on some of our golf courses.
Quite possibly.
Because he normally walks way out on the China. He goes out there and he builds literally from nothing.
Yeah.
Golf courses.
These ones that the only ones I know are because of Stream Song was Tom Doak, Ben Crenshaw, Gil Hans. Those are the 3 I know. But most of the courses out of Stream Song were done by those 3 guys.
How about the highest point in Florida?
It's not Bach Tower, surprisingly.
Oh no, I thought we've always said that it was.
No, it's technically the 3rd highest.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think the highest is up further towards Ocala National Forest, I believe.
Probably the Citrus Tower.
Yes, somewhere up there. So
Well,
Iron Mountain is listed, which is what Bach Tower sits on, is technically the third highest.
But Bach Tower, I haven't been there in years, but they used to have gardens and
Still,
it's just really.
still do, yeah, they're beautiful. This time of year is peak bloom season.
Oh,
Beautiful out there, and 100. It's there. Look at that, right on cue. Love it. 60 Bell Carillon Tower that sits in about 200 acres of botanical gardens. The garden is actually designed by Olmsted, who designed Central Park in New York City. So
wow.
it's awesome to see.
And here in Lakeland, we got Frank Lloyd Wright.
The largest single-site collection of Frank Lloyd Wright architecture ever assembled. It's actually my alma mater at Florida Southern College.
Wow.
Yeah, it's cool to see.
Justin, it's always a pleasure to see you.
I appreciate it. It's good
And
to see you, man.
I'm going to come by for some coffee.
You got to come by. You'll be out there all week, so you come by and see us in the morning.
Now we're talking about coffee.
Coffee.
My dad was a truck driver, and
No. It's not motor oil, like,
Oh no, I motor oil.
but it's good coffee.
I'll be there.
It's worth it.
I'll come out and see you.
Yep.
And we're going to end this interview, and I, for some reason, feel like I need a cup of coffee.
Yeah,
You know, I need coffee.
come see us.
See you in a while.